Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to evercrisis. We're going to be talking about the new update, little things that you guys should be doing daily to help you make sure you clear everything and get all the bonuses, because there is a daily quest for the new event on the Turks. I will be releasing guides on how to beat them with my no overboost account. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I figured I might as well put that out there because it is pretty straightforward. It's not too crazy. It might help out new players as well. I know as day one players don't need that no overboost account, but it's something fun I like to play with. I do have the possibility of fully maxing it out, but that'll be something else another day. For now, still keeping it as a no overboost. But I'm going to go over a couple key things, especially about the banner that's currently out with Barrett and Red 13, and a little bit of a preview of like what's been happening on my account this whole entire time, plus dungeon ranking, right? So let's jump in, and the first thing you guys got to know is that the Turk event has a daily. Like every other event, you guys got to be aware, in your solo quest, when you make it to a certain stage, in this case it's stage 7, it has a quest of 1 out of 1 every day and resets during the daily reset. So if you go to rewards, you can see here, S rank will get you one of each of this, so will an A rank. I don't know about B, C, and below, but you'll be getting one of these a day, which is a total of 17, and this is the new upgrade materia, plus free tickets. So it doesn't cost any stamina, just make sure you guys do it every single day, and that way you'll get more chances of making weapons to 100, 110, to 120, because these are only at the premium quest at the moment, right? So if you go to your enhancement, those 3 premium quests that you guys have, this is the only way to get these materias, right? There's the pink one and there's the yellow one. Obviously, yellow's not part of it, but the pink one is part of that. So go take that opportunity to get it, at least 17 copies, because I think the quest is here for 17 days. Now, the next thing we have is the actual fights themselves don't seem to be too crazy. So I will be releasing those guys to try to help you out. I auto-battled on my main account, by my no overboost account. Almost auto-battled this as well, but I can kind of see a strategy that might help you guys out to make it a little bit easier. As for co-ops, make sure you guys grind these co-ops like crazy, because your weekly cap is 5,000. You might as well hit that 5,000, because in the exchange shop every week, these all get restocked, including mithril ore. So it's a great opportunity to make sure you guys have enough cope metals to buy everything that's coming up. Weapon parts, all these you see here are released every week, and it is quite expensive. So farm to your heart's content, because this shop itself is very hard to do. One thing I want to give you guys a heads up for is that this victory draw, the way you should approach this is only grab the jackpot prizes and level up all the way to the end for the bronze and silver. Later on, we're going to get a gold shop with gold tickets, and that shop might be worth to take everything. You see how it says here, limited prizes 7 out of 40? Well, the limited prizes, if you're new, it might be useful, but even when you're new, it's not useful, because the stamina ratio, spending to get the tickets in co-op, or even solo play, doesn't equal you farming the normal quest for it. It's better to farm the normal quest for whatever item you're trying to get here. The things like choker boosters, stick around if you want to grab those 2 copies, but once you get these 2 copies, plus these limited items, level up right away. Don't wait for high grade steel, this is all farmable, and look how much I got. And I've leveled up all my weapons to level 70 plus. I have 70, 80s in all my weapons, right? So just make sure that you guys aren't going crazy, because these aren't worth it. These are so easy to farm for very cheap stamina. So once you guys get 1 out of 1, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, and it says like 30 out of 40, don't get the last 10, just level up right away. Not worth it. The prizes in between here are not worth it. These are pretty good, but again, the stamina ratio's not really worth when you can just go ahead and play the quest itself. But in this case, right, sometimes it just doesn't drop, so it's not terrible, but it still feels like you just go to level 7, and then that's when you dump all your tickets, because now everything here is limited, right? All the limited prizes are really, really good. And then along the way, you're getting all these other ones as well. I would just kind of skip it and go and go and go, especially because like I've done a lot of co-ops, so many co-ops, and that's all I've cleared so far, right? I'm on page number, what is it, level 3 and level 2. I can use these a little bit more, but that's all I've gotten out of this, and I've done quite a bit. So with that being said, the Turks event, very easy, very straightforward. Nice prizes. When the critical stuff comes out, I will be making guides on that and talking about it. As for the Mithril Mine dungeon ranking, I did make top 36 at the moment. And my rank is, or sorry, my scores are 173,000 for the first one, 607 for the second, and 173,000 for the third. I don't have any of the limited weapons like Glenn, who's the other one? Cloud, Sephiroth, and Zack, right? I don't have any of their weapons. I don't got Easter Aerith. This is a normal Aerith. The only thing I do have that's real fire is Red 13, because I have his Rage Collar and his Hellhound costume. Besides that, everyone else is rocking materia to do damage, right? Tifa materia, Aerith is using materia. I will be releasing a guide on how I got this score, and then doing a guide for my no overboost account, which is going to be just my first runs, and then later on, a week in, or actually less than a week, it's only here for a week, I'll try to give you my final result of my best score. That way it can kind of help you guys out. But as for now, bringing in materia, in the actual, if you go into attempts, in the hard mode, if you guys go into this mode, there is a 4-star fire materia in there if you beat the Cactar, and mine turned out okay. So if you guys need a 4-star fire materia, it's definitely this one. It's definitely worth trying for. It starts with HP 1.5%. I got magic attack at 3.3, so it is useful to be used. It's better than what I had currently. So a free 4-star materia on a 30% slot or a 20% slot is better than nothing, especially if you don't have a fire weapon. So those are the two newest things that are in the game currently, that daily shop, and I just want to touch up on this banner that's currently out right now. If you haven't seen my power skip video, I highly recommend it. I talk about how these banner is good for Barret and for Red 13, especially the weapons, but it isn't something that's necessary. Every banner that comes out isn't for you, right? The game's played or made that a new player comes in, they have a banner to pull for. And I know we've been getting bombarded by banners over and over and over and over and over, but if the banners ever stop and new players come in, there's no banner for like a week or two, what are they going to pull on, right? New players are what's going to keep the game alive along with older players, so there has to be that mix. Just because a banner comes out doesn't mean you guys got to pull for it, and that's why I say pull for husbandos and waifus, because every character can be made to be powerful. You just got to focus on them. So if you're new to the game and you're asking yourself, what do I pull for? All these are great and fantastic, but if you haven't built a DPS, there's no reason to go for Barret. This Barret costume is for accounts that are more dedicated and completed on their DPS team, and now they want to go into the support role while still giving Barret a little bit of damage. Pulling for this Barret costume isn't going to give you a strong Barret to clear all the content. It's just going to make Barret that heals, Barret that supports the team, have more survivability and more utility. But as a new player, this is not going to 100% make your account that much better. What's going to make your account better was those limited banners that just passed, fully maxing out your Tifa, fully maxing out Kate Sif's crit builds, right? Or fully going into Aerith. Like, focus on a character and try to make them look like this, right? I'm a day one player, 7 months, and I have 1 costume, 2 costumes, 3 costumes, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 costumes after 7 months. Technically 7 costumes, but I have 2 non-elementals, a buffing one for Yuffie, Murasami Lightning for the Cloud, Fire Red 13, and Ice Sephiroth. Right? So you want to make sure that you guys are working on your character to make them look this strong. Once you have a character at 4,000 attack, their Arcanum stats are huge, right? They've got everything working out for them. Then you can move on to another one. Work on 2 DPSs at the same time, but mainly focus on your main favorite character first. So when I do those power skip videos, it's not to tell you guys to pull for every banner. It's not to say like every single banner is worth it, go for it. I show you the highlights and what's really good about that banner. Or if it's bad, like really bad, I'll just be like, what's going on, right? But you guys got to focus on one character. Don't pull for everything. Don't spread your resources if you're free to play. The most powerful thing in the game is blue crystals and weapon parts. Those 2 things will carry off into anything this game will release. So the Murasami Cloud at the beginning, these weapon parts could have upgraded, but they also could have upgraded the limited banner Ice Cloud, which is much stronger. So this has infinite damage no matter what. Blue crystals, same thing. Any banner that came up from the beginning till now can use these blue crystals to make your account stronger. So when you focus on 1 or 2 DPS, build them up and save all those weapon parts and blue crystals, as the game progresses, you will be that much more powerful because you're not buying every banner that releases. Just because it's good doesn't mean it's good for you. Try to wish list those character specific weapons, right? Later on when bunny gloves come out, you have an OB4. The next banner you pull for your other DPS, make sure to put those bunny gloves in the wish list, so now you get OB5, OB6, all the way till OB10. So that's all I really want to give you guys a heads up on. Besides that, the update is pretty straightforward. Dungeon ranking, Turks, new banner, but it's all on what you guys want to pull for, and that's why I say in the end of the day, go for your favorite characters. I have a whole bunch of characters I use, and I'm fully maxed out, and my Sephiroth's like at OB8 on his like ice setup, over 4,600 magic attack, and I don't even use him that often, because I prefer to use Red 13. He's weaker, but he's passing the content for me, and I really enjoy his character. So it's not about min-maxing and having the most powerful setup, because the game isn't that hard, it's not that complicated. Just have fun while you're playing the game. Right? One day you're going to get bored and then you're going to stop playing, and all that min-maxing meant nothing, right? If you're someone who wants to min-max, by all means go for it. I'm one of those people as well too, but I also like to enjoy my game, and that's why you'll see me use Red 13 over like my very powerful Cloud or T4 or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.